Hi everyone, I am Ketra. We are going to do a collective reading, and this is for the week starting November 3rd. So, as always, this is a collective reading, so some of these messages may not resonate with you, and if they don't, that's okay. But I think we're going to go ahead and start with the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. We're going to use tarot, and then we're going to use after tarot to clarify the messages that we're receiving, and then we're going to end with the inner child. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm about to go do a flight to Cabo San Lucas and back. It's just a one-day trip. But before I left, I wanted to go ahead and get this out to you guys. So let's get a message from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. It is follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. And so that's one of the messages for this week. Our next message that we're going to get is you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. So this week, just a reminder to be mindful to be in the present moment. That's when you're driving, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're doing anything, just be present in the moment. And I feel like there's going to be some intuitive messages that you're going to receive, some things that you're going to start to see that will be similar and kind of like guiding you in a certain direction. So that's cute. Guiding you in the direction. Follow the white rabbit. So be curious about the things that are coming to you. Ask questions, especially this time of year. Definitely ask questions when you're getting those intuitive hits. So let's go ahead and tap into tarot and see where we're at this week, what's going on, and then we'll clarify. So, all right, so where are we at collectively for this week? What messages do we need to know? What do we need to look out for? Okay. Wow. You have the first card out is Death, which is fantastic for transformation. You have the Six of Wands, so moving on. Wow, and then the Devil. So two major arcana cards, now three with the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and then Guidance from Above, Page of Cups, Two of Swords, and Nine of Wands. Okay, so I always look at this kind of as where we're at, where we're going, and how we're getting there. So this week is definitely, you can't go back to yesterday, so go ahead and allow that transformation to happen. So something in your life significantly, because it's major arcana, is changing for you. So because this is a collective reading, I can't really identify exactly what's changing for you. When I look at just the cards in itself, it's a lot of balance and movement because we have the Six of Wands right here. So the Six of Wands shows that you're moving forward in a new direction, or it's because you've completed a cycle. And I feel like it's the cycle that you've completed has to do with the Death card. So it's like that transformation. You're completing that transformation that you're kind of going through. And then you also have the Devil. So the Devil is a reminder of being bound by your thoughts, being bound by addictions. And addictions can be anything, right? You can be addicted to substances, or you could be addicted to behaviors that no longer serve you because you're transforming and you're moving on from whatever this behavior was. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the After Tarot cards to clarify. Woo! That was fun. They're little, so they kind of go all over the place. And I think you are backwards. Sorry. All right, so we're going to clarify Death, the Six of Wands, and the Devil. And this is for the week of November 3rd. We are going to clarify the Death, the Six of Wands, and the Devil. Okay. So the Death card is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, there we go. Sorry, it's really bright in my room. The Seven of Cups is in the After Tarot. So it's like you're no longer in that indecision, or it's like you've made a choice. That's what it is. You've made a choice to move in a specific direction. And the direction that you're going in with that Six of Wands, wow, you have the Six of Swords, but in the After Tarot. So whatever it is that you're going through right now is a significant transformation because you've decided there's a specific way that you no longer want to be anymore. And that's clear with that Devil card. or it's an indication that you need to move forward or you need to move past certain behaviors, because you're clearly transforming. Like it's like as if you take that nod from above. If you listen to your intuition, you'll be able to transition and move forward, because these are some significant movement cards. The devil is clarified by the Seven of Swords, but it's the after tarot. So it's like you have figured out a different way to do something. So the Seven of Swords can be read several ways, but for me, I feel like with these cards lining up the way that they are, it feels like you have figured out something. So there's something significant in your life. You can't go back to yesterday. You need to follow the white rabbit, with that curiosity meets opportunity. So it's like you're at that transition right now where you have the opportunity to continue to move forward if you do something in a different way, if you kind of like live in a different way, if you look at your life in a different way. That kind of feeling is what I'm getting. So your next row, you have the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. And so with our Chariot, that is you moving forward from the past. That is you leaving behind what no longer serves you and continuing to move forward. But it is also in line with the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is finding that balance. We hear it so much, right? You need to find that balance in your life from work and play, from the energies that you're giving out to the energies that you're giving to yourself. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups on my altar is looking at this Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So it's like also a card of creating boundaries. So I feel like with your heart, because the Knight of Cups, he leads with his heart, right? It's leading you to working on one thing or really creating those boundaries. So what is it that you're going to be doing differently moving forward that's going to help you create those boundaries? And it's going to be good for your heart, because you're looking at moving forward, finding that balance, and just knowing that you want to go in this direction because it feels right. It feels good to your heart. So we're now going to clarify the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups with the After Tarot. Okay, you are for the, you have two cards for the Chariot. So the Chariot is being clarified. It's so fantastic by the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is a card of beginning that next phase. So like you're planning it out, you've planned it out, you've figured it out over here, and then you're actually moving forward with whatever it is that you're doing. And that is going to create a tower moment for you. So it's the After Tarot in tarot. It's After Tarot with the Tower card. So what that means is this was possibly a tower moment for you. And that is what's helping you move into this direction. But you've planned it out and you've kind of like plotted it out. So this week I show you actually moving forward with whatever it is that you have planned out. With that Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, we are going to clarify the Two of Pentacles with, wow. So you have the Death card again, but this is After Tarot. So this is you moving forward through that transition. So finding that balance, having like an equal give and take is what I heard. And then you have the Ace of Swords. So whatever this has been for you has gifted you so much clarity. And if this is the After Tarot, you're moving forward knowing what you know now and leading with your heart with that Knight of Cups. So I love that for you. So next we're going to go through the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So our Page of Cups, he is the most playful in tarot, right? So he's like a little kid that has taken his fish with him for a walk on the beach. Like nobody would do that, but a little kid would do that, right? So like it's a reminder to tap into your playful side. What is it that you could do right now that would possibly make it to where it's like, okay, no one would do that. That doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to you. Like it feels right to you to go into this direction, and then just stick with it. So the Two of Swords, she's got that blindfold on, but she could easily take it off, uncross her arms, and figure out what her heart wants to do. So right now it feels like you have two decisions, that a decision with 2 options that you need to make. So take that blindfold off, step outside of that comfort zone of, oh, I don't know if I could do this, or I don't know if I can do that. You just need to tap into your intuition and figure out what decision feels right to you. And then set those boundaries if you need to. This is the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior card. Like I said, it shows that you've gone through a lot, right? But you've got this one idea. You've got this Ace of Swords. You've got this clarity. So you're going to take that clarity. You're going to put up your boundaries if you need to, and you're just going to go ahead and move forward. So let's see, what does it look like if you take the advice from above and you kind of become that playful Page of Cups and you take your fish out for a walk in a cup. Let's see. The Magician. So that is literally you doing whatever it is that you want with the gifts that you have been given, right? So using your intuition, using your mind, using your heart, and using your ambition to take yourself into whatever direction that you want. Your Two of Swords moment is clarified by the King of Wands. So the King of Wands in the After Tarot knows what he wants, and he's putting everything into action. He's not sitting still, in my mind. He is taking what it is that he wants and he's working with it. And then you have protection too. You've got the little salamander in your hand and you just know what you know, if that makes sense. And then you have the Ace of Wands. But again, it's after tarot. So I love that it comes after the King of Wands, because that is you taking that fire, that drive, that ambition that you have and setting those boundaries with that Nine of Wands. You're no longer like, I'm the wounded warrior, like I'm going to carry with me everything that's been going wrong. You're not doing that because you've got this fire inside. And again, another salamander, which is typically a symbol of protection. So you're protected and guided as you're going forward on this journey. So I absolutely love that for you. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 cards of advice moving forward as you're kind of like going in this. It feels like a mental direction. It feels like clarity through mental meditation, right? So like you've taken the time that you've needed to kind of discern what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. And I think that's kind of key with that Seven of Swords, kind of taking those swords and going in a different direction. So wow, you have the King of Wands again. You also have the Queen of Wands. Wow. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. So what that shows me is that you are very sure of what you want to do. So when you go forward this week, the energy that you're going into that's super strong is the King of Wands. You have the clarity of the Queen of Swords. So you're rising yourself above all the chaos and all the drama, and you're allowing people to help you, but you want the information to be clear and precise. So next with that is the Queen of Pentacles. So our Queen of Pentacles, she is very nurturing and loving, and she's caring for herself. She's caring for the things that she loves and adores. That kind of like earthy kind of feel is what I get from this card right now. But it's you just nurturing what it is that you want to do with that Ace of Wands. You've got the Ace of Swords here. And then you have that King of Wands in the After Tarot, which really shows that you're taking yourself and you're just not looking back, especially with that Chariot. You're just not looking back at all. So we're going to go ahead and end the reading with the Inner Child Oracle, because I think, again, like with that Page of Cups, it's so important to tap into your inner child. It is important to focus on you. A lot of us tend to do things for everyone else, but we forget to take care of ourselves. So let's just get a message from our inner child. What does our inner child want us to know today? Your inner child, oh my gosh, it is choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. That's awesome. I love when Spirit does that. So moving forward this week, you are choosing yourself if you so choose to. And that's what's going to set you up to be able to do what it is that you want to do with that fire and that wand's energy inside of you is what I really, really feel so strongly. So I absolutely love that today. So choose yourself. Do not deny your importance. So that's all I have for you guys for this week. As always, thank you for subscribing and for sharing and for liking my videos. Making comments helps me a lot too, so I appreciate that. So until the next video, I'm going to go catch a plane, work a couple of trips or a couple of flights, and I will be back tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.